Another beautiful day on the Rift. This is day 2 of the Silver League 5v5s. We're here, and what a time it's been after a long delay due to an unseen circumstance in a non-ranked game. We've started our pick and ban phase 5 bans. Looks like we're going to attempt to do. I'm so stoked to have you guys here. It's Sang, and this is the Silver League in-house 5v5. First ban is out for the blue team, and the red team looks like Udyrs on the board. Targeting Extreme Fakey. He's laughing. I know, I promise you, that man is laughing. Syndra, taken out by the red team, going straight for Tanner's throat. But Tanner's probably not going to be bothered by this, as we've not seen how deep his champion pool actually goes. One of the newer members to the Silver League. We've got a lot to learn of this man's playstyle. Jacob's in control of the blue team's bans. I'm sure there's a lot of communication going on. As you saw in yesterday's games, these guys do not hold back the punches. All bans, all shit talk is on the table for tonight's games, as Quinn is released from duty. Barkley's punching the air right now as he's figuring out what he's going to do next. Jacob target banned by Dakota. Zillion being removed from the game. Let's see how the blue team responds. But remember, this is not a bad thing. We've got Pyke, we've got Morgana, we've got so many other champions that Jacob knows how to play. This whole team, very, very, very nimble in the fact that they could play multiple champions. And some of the people on the team, we don't even know who they play. Obvious Yuumi coming out for the third band on the blue team, specifically targeting Eva's dominance in the bot lane. As a carry support, she often goes Yuumi. She also has a couple other champions up her sleeve, which we will get into later as Dakota lands his third ban for the red team. Ram is being directly sought out for this. We've got some pick phases going on. For the blue team, we've got Jacob, Nick, Angel, Tanner, and Brian. On the red team, we've got Dakota, Eva, Barkley, Nibble, Braxton, and Epic Mo. Senna locked in for the support or the ADC. It looks like it might be ADC. They're taking it away from the red team. This is one champion that Eva's not going to be able to play because possibly Eckhart could have taken it away. Something Eckhart pulled out yesterday with great success, bringing the pain to everyone he faced. Lucian locked in by Dakota. In response, the husband and wife duo at odds since Thresh's release. No problem, though. Eva locking in Lulu as her response to the Yuumi ban, saying, I don't give a fuck. It's on. Nick returning to what he knows. Victor in the mid lane. His performance yesterday, 3 solo kills he was part of. Died 3 times by himself, but that didn't stop him from pulling back the game and scaling. Hecarim locked in for the jungler. Quite the compositions we're seeing. These are battle pegs. The question is who's Nick's going to be going up against. Will it be Epic Mo, or it's going to have to be Epic Mo? Because bottom and support are already picked. Barkley locking in the Malphite top again, showing that he will not waver if you take his Quinn out the game. He's going to come at you rock hard. We've got 2 more bans on the board. We've got a full 5 tournament ban here tonight. This is amazing. Really reduces the champion pools for a lot of these guys. But not really. Dakota taking Pyke away from Jacob here. Kind of leading on that Jacob is picked for the ADC, and this is not a support pick. Let's see how Jacob responds. The blue team knows what the enemy team likes to play. Ahri going out for Epic. There must be some insider information here that we just don't know. A seemingly random pick could have some meaning to the blue team. Tryndamere going out. This is just straight up Jacob. They do not want this guy to play the game, no matter where he might go.
fear the shadows.
Final ban for the blue team is Kane, saying, haha, Braxton, no, you can't take us out again. That's all right. Olaf is up. Vi is up. There's a numerous amount of champions he could select from, and he's going to pick the ADC next for... Oh, it's not ADC. This is a top lane pick. Mid lane pick? A jungler pick? I'm confused. Let's see where it goes. The final pick swaps in the Lee Sin. We've got a new champion on the board. I've seen Braxton's Lee Sin before. It can be pretty nutty. We'll see if he's taking it out for a joyride. If for me means business, the Blind Monk is on it again. Last two picks for the blue team. Tanner and Brian. Tanner locking in Leona as their support. That's going right over to Jacob. They forgot about the Leona pick. This could be great for stopping the engage from Malphite and Lee Sin. Kale, the final pick of the match. This is a strong team for the blue side. One team that can scale into the late game, with Brand being the final pickup from the red side. This has proven to be an exciting match. These players know exactly how they want to do this, as I'm sure they're getting it together in their channels. Stay tuned, because this game is going to be action-packed. We'll be watching the mid lane to see how Brand and Victor plays out. And we'll be monitoring these junglers, because I tell you what, each jungler has a reason to go to the top lane. Tonight's games were brought to you by the Silver League. Please follow us on Discord, twitch.tv, and Twitter at SangItUp. A special thank you to all the players who have signed up to play and set up their teams. Hello and welcome back to the game. This is SangItUp, your host for this the Silver League 5v5 in-houses. In 10 seconds, we're about to dive into the Rift and see what each team has to bring to secure their victory today. We are loading onto the Rift. Let's see what everybody has to offer. Seemingly we've loaded into the game. Maybe a glitch on our side, but we have not fully made it in. There we go. The game is being written and the players are loading into the game. Blue team calling for everyone to hit their posts and make sure they're in range. Angel in the jungle facing Braxton, keeping an average post out. Eva, Dakota, keeping a strong center position, watching for any invades that may happen. Blue ward out, pinging. Both teams know where each other is, and there's a hard ping for a ward there. Each ward lasts a minute at this phase. Everybody's in position. Junglers start very standard for the teams. They've both elected not to invade. Epic Mo taking Nick, a little bit of damage from his W, but Nick says, nah, we ain't playing that game, and hits him back for an equal trade. That mid lane's going to be a fiery one. Nick likes to play really far up, and we'll see how the junglers exploit that. Bot lane now getting to lane. Very standard start as Dakota manages to get all three of his CS. That is a Leona for not Jacob. That's a Brian Leona. That means Jacob's up in top lane facing Barkley. This should get very interesting as we all know that the Kayle needs a little bit of time to scale. This is a very good position being a Malphite on the red side. With the slow, Comet, okay. This Malphite's looking to bring the pain. Massive wave up there for Kayle to collect. Bot lane stacking souls. Mid lane looks like Epic Mo's taking a bit of damage, but he seems to be catching Nick on the corner of these Ws. Nick's got to be careful not to take too much more damage as he's trying to scale out. The junglers are going to be ganking here shortly. Bot lane playing fairly back. Lulu with the harass. But this is just something, I wonder how much health Nick has run out of. Nick has got no more health potions while the Brand is still sitting on one. Gank from the Hecarim. Ease out. Able to dodge, return damage back. W from the Hecarim, queuing out Massive damage from Dakota and the minions. Nice shields from the Lulu there, making sure her ADC is safe and protected. On the other side of the map, they're prepping for another gank by Lee Sin, a counter gank if one could say. Doesn't seem like he's going to take the bait. He's not going to do anything under the turret, looking for something else to do, securing the middle crab since he has priority. Blue's questioning what's going on. Maybe he saw Lee Sin. Does not look like it. But we've got Hecarim in the wings, looking to see if his Blue's still here. Thinks that maybe the Lee has taken it out. That was an early gank from Hecarim down bot lane. He secures the crab and starts to make his way up topside, knowing that wave's going to push in. No action. He's left enough time for this Hecarim to grab his blue buff, and let's see. They're going to meet. Misses the Q. Hecarim's in with the E, lands the Q. There's some back-to-back auto attacks. Both top laner and mid are rotating. This is going to be a quick 3v2. They're baiting him in. W from Braxton trying to get out. Malphite shooting down the damage. Q lands onto the Kale. Kale flash over the wall. Flash from Lee Sin takes down first blood. Victor, that's a double kill for the red team. Braxton is so big. There's now zoning out. Flash, flash. That's 3 flashes down for the enemy team. This Lee is snowballed for the early game. We'll have to see what happens next. But that was a huge rotation. I wish we could do a replay. Maybe we can get that as a feature moving forward. But that was just so strong for the red team. Down bot lane, they are just keeping it chill. Not the explosive games that we thought it was going to be. I know we were looking for an all-out war, but we seem to have gotten that between top lane and mid lane. Good rotation from Nick, but it just wasn't enough to turn the tides to that 3v2 as the mid lane also moved. Malphite pushes in his lane, denying CS from the top laner, and makes his back. Junglers are going to meet again at the Dragon Pit. Red has priority. They're gonna crash on Angel. Angel's got no flash, I believe. This is going to be another kill that goes over to the Lee Sin. Victor, slow on the rotation, does not add anything to that kill, but it's going to be okay because their team scales really hard. We know Lee Sin falls off later if they can make it just to that late game. The Kale, the Victor, and the Senna are just going to rip apart the enemy team. This is a game that they definitely want to close out quickly if the red team wants to see any kind of success from this. That is what the game condition is, but it's also what the Lee Sin has shown that he wants to do, is getting those kills on him early so he can snowball all the other lanes. Kills on that Lee Sin early are scary. Stun lands. Not much damage is put over as the shield from Lulu comes out. Dakota continues to farm as best he can. Let's see how they're doing. 45 to 37. Tanner getting a lot of damage, goes invisible, while the Leona continues to beat on Lulu. Lulu falls. Lucian manages to get out. And same with the fight in mid lane. I wish we could have seen both those at the same time, but there was some skirmishes going on both sides of the map here. And both teams seem to have gotten out pretty clean without any casualties on both sides. Lee Sin over the wall, looking to get on Nick. Nick is low on mana. Lee Sin strong, ready to go. Taxes Epic Mo. And both teams reset. Surprisingly, top lane's advantage is not so high except for the assist that he has. Jacob surprisingly has been able to hold on since the fallout in that last team fight. And we've got Angel here in the drag pit, making a surprise dragon, trying to capitalize on the back that Lee Sin made. Nick making a very, very good rotation over. Very valuable. He needed that. He needed that extra help to land this dragon on down. We've got a rotation from Lulu. Nope. Keeping it still. Just clearing vision. Dragon's down. They let it go. The Ocean Drake is actually pretty good for these guys as they want to regain as much mana as they can. That keeps them in the game, I think, a little bit longer. We did see a death on the top side. We missed it. We would see that in the replays. Jacob has now gone down twice. Malphite has got firm control of the top lane as ultimate from Epic Mo goes out. Ricochet, Ricochet, and that's the death of Nick on Victor. Solo kill for the brand. Now, we learned easily last games that Nick does not get put down by deaths. He gets back up, comes back, and slaughters your ass. So we'll see how he carries on the rest of the laning phase. Jacob putting out a lot of damage onto this Malphite. Malphite's forced to step back just a little bit and get this wave pushing again. Doesn't want to mess around with this kill. Needs to go back and buy some items. Sneaky gank possibility from Braxton. He's looking for the right opportunity, maybe a push. The bind lands onto Lucian. Here comes Braxton. Q's into... That was Insect by the fucking Lee here. Takes out easy peasy. Eckhart is dead. Brian eats the Q. Isn't able to land the stun on the Lee Sin with a gank. Hecarim looking to pick this up. Gets polymorphed, ulted by the Lucian. The risks here have brought them strong rewards. The red team takes a massive kill with the Senna taking a death. That's a piece of medicine for Eva. She's very familiar with that ultimate with the sad face in chat. We knew that was bound to happen. Huge pickup for the Senna. Senna really needed that. The game currently lopsided by 9 minutes and 30 seconds. The red team currently leading with 7-2 with a humongous gold lead of over 2K. Stun lands for the Victor. Puts out some damage onto this brand. Both lanes resetting. Top's just trying to maintain as best he can. Barkley knows he doesn't have to do anything but try to get his tank items and keep laying the pound on Jacob as much as he can. He's got the CS advantage. He goes in, tries to slow, hits him with the auto. The enhanced auto. Jacob returning a Q autos on him. This is just a wiggle fight. What's this? He's on the wrong side of the thing. He manages to get the ultimate down, turning a 1-for-1. Lee Sin just scaling hard. This guy is 5-0. Stun lands. Eckhart with the auto attack W. If that is a W. Auto attack heal. Well, let's call it that. Barkley beating the fuck out of the top turret. There's not much Jacob can do except let that turret fall and try to farm the long lane and scale. Lee Sin coming on over. Might meet and pinch here Angel. Angel shows his spot and can make a decision based off that. Both mid laners coming back to lane. There's Angel trying to get some damage down on Barkley. Barkley rushing to the blast cone. Doesn't make it. Gets ulted by Angel. They know Lee Sin is there. They decide to back out while Barkley reheals using the fruits. Amazing. Amazing. That's 4 close to the mid lane. They're pinging down mid lane. They may take Nick. Barkley has his ult up. This could be the game breaker here. Q lands from stunned under the turret. Doesn't land the bind. Bind lands on Epic Mo, who gets the follow-up kill. Oh, with the BM back from Nick. He needed that big time. Huge blunder by the red team. Overconfident. Turns out to be the death. Those kind of kills are what puts Victor ahead. Jacob using his opportunity to try to gather up as many coins as possible from any minions while Barkley was not home. It didn't seem to do him very much because he's still 52-76. Barkley, 2 kills up. That's humongous. Was able to roam and still come back to lane and not miss a single thing. That's huge pressure in the top lane as Braxton exploits that and may go after a Rift Herald here. Barkley sets up vision. Surprising. He must be learning. The guy's growing. That's good. And chases Jacob off the turret. Botline engaged from Dakota. Goes invisible. They're chasing down Lulu. The stun goes out. Dakota going in with the ult. We've got the counter. Isn't going to be enough. 2 ults out. Lucian coming in with the auto attack resets. Leona forced the flash. Gank response. But Eckhart is still the one to fall in the bot lane. That brings Dakota up 2-0. With a 200 gold shutdown. The blue team is down quite a bit of gold. It will take something very strong, a togetherness of some sort, to bring this team out from the brink. Again, these guys can scale. They've got what it takes. Can they get there is the real question. Dragon started by the bot lane. They know they need this. Mountain Drake. Braxton still chilling at a 550 gold shutdown, 5-0. Victor says, nah, Brand, we ain't doing this again, but there's Lee with the counter. Oh, with the ultimate. Victor doing everything he can to stay in the game, but that is death. Another kill on the other side of the map. This is looking grim for the blue team, as the red team is just mowing every lane down. And the BM from Epic Mo coming out as well. These guys are spirited players. They're stoked to be on the Rift tonight facing each other. It is a friendly game from the Silver League, but it is not friendly until it's over. Am I right? These guys are going head-to-head for what? Because they can. Why not? Braxton finally going after the Scuttle. Rift. Blue team's turret is the first to fall. That first turret gold and first kill gold continues to stay on the side of the red team, who is just snowballing this game. Lee's been spotted. It's not enough for Smite. He's going to go in on the offensive. Angel looks like he's going to try to take this. Ultimate out. He misses the Smite, but is able to land it down on his Q. The entire red team comes in and lands Angel, sends him to his grave. He's able to pick up the Rift Scuttler, stolen away from Lee, but that's not awful. Oh my gosh, the AFK BM return kill from Victor. Victor says, I saw what you did, but you're not going to get me back. Slams him down. Wonder what that was about. Jacob's not in a very good position. I wonder if he knows he's about to be pinched. Tries to get away, slowing down Lee Sin, lands the Q. Jacob just accepting his fate. Victor making his way downtown, walking fast through the river. Dakota sees him. This is not warded. This is going to be a surprise attack. Dakota out. W-E-Q. Ultimate from Lulu keeps him in the game. W from Senna. Ultimate from Lucian. Nick goes down. Flash from Lulu out the bat, being chased by the enemy bot side. Stunned. Lulu falls. No, Lulu does not fall. Lulu's still in it. Brand here, response. Lulu drops finally, but there's a return kill out from Dakota, which makes it worse. Angel here says, hey, we're in deep. We'll keep it going. Keeps the auto back, falls off, but this is not for Eckhart. Wow, manages to pull out the kill. Eckhart still wants to push, manages to get the stun. This is a huge up for the blue team. What a bright side to this as they gather a couple of shutdown kills. That was 400 gold over to the Hecarim. Absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Jacob farming the long lane, trying to get some of his experience, some of his money back into his pocket so he can scale with items. Barkley not able to do much but roam the other lanes and possibly do stuff in the jungle because there just isn't much of the lane for him to roam. He's going to get behind Jacob though. Nope, he sees the blue buff and says, that's mine. Absolutely little vision here to help protect the blue side. Lee Sin here clearing out enemy vision from his team for his team. Lands a Q, stop Eckhart's back. This is actually critical. Heal out for Eckhart's stun. Brian gets him down. They've got to retreat. Lulu coming back for the defensive. Q, auto. They're going to take this 2 under the turret. The flash insect takes Brian's life. He is not able to stay away from this power pick. Braxton saying, guys, you can ban my Udyr. You can ban whatever you want. I'm going to come out with another pick to show you guys why I'm platinum. All right? This is huge. The Silver League can't take it. We're going to have to get more bans for the jungler. Rift Herald is out. Takes down mid. Dude, deleted! Brand did not stand a chance to whatever the heck that just was. They grab a response turret as the enemy red team tries to collapse onto the 2 pushers. Lee Sin coming in from the flank. They're going to go ahead and continue to fight. Braxton gets out, doesn't hear the call that his team is on the way. Braxton's feeling pumped. Goes over the wall, says we can do it. They're looking for him, doesn't see him, thinks maybe they're in his jungle. Barkley looking to see what he can do. He has ult up. Coming under, hits the ult, then the autos from Lucian flash out, does not take it, can tank. a majority of those shots. That rock took a lot of damage from the turret, but was able to walk out clean. Nick was dropped in the mid lane. The turret falls while they get vision around the dragon. This is the second mountain for the enemy red team. All of them are there while Eckhart is getting caught out by the by the Lee. Lee does not have ult, lands a stun. He's got to dodge this Q, does not dodge the Q, flashes out with the response from Angel with the ultimate. Angel should be able to secure this kill. It goes out to Eckhart. That's a huge shutdown. 700 gold straight to the enemy team. Handed him a check. The red team is furious, seeing what they can clean up for taking down their $700 out of their wallet. Brian slowed. Eckhart trying to get him in the Shadow Realm. Manages to get him in, but Barkley's still pushing it in. Ultimate from Brian does not land on anyone. Angel looking for an opportune flank, possibly somewhere he can ult. As the blue team clears the wave. Remember, Eckhart has not spent the money he's collected yet. They're pinging to go in. E-ult into the two players. Flash from Barkley, and Lulu drops. Huge ult from Brand ricocheting through the blue team. But they're going to chase Barkley down. They say this is not enough. Barkley trying to get movement speed. Ultimate's in on the Jacob ult. Just clean, has everybody dispersed. We've got a little bit of catch out here into the Dragon Pit. This is not a good... Jacob says fuck it and flashes out. Brian has nowhere to go, and Dakota picks up the kill. And I just can't help but ask myself, what are we fighting for? What was the objective here? This seemed like a long fight for both teams. The red team doesn't seem to care as they're just mowing down as many kills as they can. Hard push from the red team down mid. Blue team is just going to hold out, see if they can't scale a little bit more. Large waves on bot side and top side are forming. They stop this push, get the gold, and see if they can scale even harder with some items. All it takes for this blue team, though, one good ult from Malphite, and this could be it. Blue team seeming to gather up for a group. Dakota making his way in. Barkley making a back that could cause the grouping. Blue team did not recognize that people were backing. It could have been a 5v3 situation here, but instead are going to the side waves to keep scaling. Lulu getting vision on the Baron, maybe something they're thinking about since they are ahead. It would be wise to just put a cap on this game. Boom! Ult from the Malphite comes out, but the heal from Eckhart keeps him alive. Wasted on just one player without any follow-up. That seemed a little bit uncalculated for the red team. Everybody's waiting for a flank position, looking for the right opportunity to go in. Lee is out of this fight. It would be best probably for blue to get in on this fight, but they are not able to land any kind of CC that could keep a catch, we'll say. Lee Sin coming around the side. Looking for a flank of his own. He's got vision there. He knows Angel's there. Blue team responding. They know Lee is out there waiting. Lee Sin using the vision. As Red sets up a trap near the drag pit. They don't have to push anything. They know they've got the advance here. This is going to be a 3v4. Top lane Jacob, bottom lane Eckhart. This might not be good unless they decide they want to catch someone out, which it looks like Braxton's got his eyes set on Tanner. Q out, missed. Ultimate, smite, auto. The rest of the red team follows up on Braxton's lead here and looks like they're going to siege the bot turret. Jacob is scaling the best he can, seeing if he can contribute at all in the later stages of this game. Red team is not sieging the bot lane. Instead, they decide to go towards the mid lane. Victor doing the best he can to keep the waves pushing. Third dragon's about to spawn. Red team responding by moving over, setting up vision in the drag pit, making sure they are prepared and able to take this dragon down. This would be the third dragon and really lead to a soul for these guys. A lead that it looks like the blue team just can't climb back from. Jacob's level 13, wishing he could be 16. These guys are getting back in the bushes, back to the good stuff. They know that someone's going to step in without any vision. Dragon spawn. Red team's making their way over. The blue team is not going for the dragon. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got some activity here. Misses the Q and backs right off. The blue team has been alerted that the red team is over getting dragon. This would be the time for them to get it. Baron, are they going to swap? They are not. Red team's concerned that they may be going for Baron. They're going to grab the soul. Top lane Jacob saying, dude, while they're getting dragon, I'm going to get this shit. But does not commit. Soul goes over. No, I'm sorry. This is the third dragon that leads to Soul. Oh. Nick just barely escaping. Hiding in the shadow. Thinks too close for comfort. Gotta get the fuck out of here. Gotta kill this guy. Flashes. 2 flashes are out. Does not land. Keeps pushing. Lee Sin is here. And this is just spells night-night for Nick. The greed was strong. He went for it. And was not successful. F's in chat for Nick, boys. F's in chat for Nick. With that catch, the red team moves over to the Baron pit to put a cap on this game and secure themselves as the victor. Of course, that is an assumption. Anything can happen here in this next couple minutes. But this Baron goes over to the red team freely. I have to point out that the Nexus has not been broken. That anything can happen in this game. If the red team does something strange here that does not lead into breaking open the bases, we do not have strong minions coming down and beating these guys and forcing them to stay in base. They've got waves that can be turned around and pushed. Now the red team grouping 3, 4 in mid lane, looking to break something. They gotta get something here because the game is being stalled out, and they're actually letting the blue team have a glimmer of hope with the scaling champs that they've got. Jacob's been spending a lot of time up top lane, pushing back, finally caught up to Malphite and CS, but still behind as far as kills go and experience. Grouping in mid lane, they're sieging the mid tier 2 turret. Blue team is responding full force. Everybody is there, and it looks like Lee Sin is looking for some kind of flank, maybe a kick. Lands a Q onto the ADC, does not take it as the red team takes down the blue team's tier 2 turret. Next up on to lunch here is going to have to be the inhibitor turret. They're going to have to break these inhibitors. Q goes out, Lee Sin lands it. Ultimate from Leona. Leona stops the Malphite. Stun. All they're doing is clearing waves. That's fine. That's all they've got to do is try to survive this Baron buff without dying. But this Malphite's got his ultimate, and that's a scary thing to think about for this blue team. They are grouped up and exposed. It looks like red team has moved their priorities over to the tier 2 on the bot side. They said, okay, fine, we can't break into the base. Let's get what we can for free. And that's what this is. Blue team making sure all waves are pushed up. That's the right thing to do in this situation. Just try to stall out this Baron best they can. See if they can get a catch on someone. See if they can stop something or turn something. Damage still coming out. Victor is doing the best he can to keep that Malphite low. If that Malphite is low, maybe he will have a less opportunity. Stuns, lands on the Malphite. Victor ults. The ult continues to chase the enemy red team. And holds off their siege for just a moment. Braxton using his enhanced recall to get back. The enemy red team taking a break. That's a rough thing for the red team. They did not get anything but 2 tier 2 towers so far, but really they don't have to. They don't have to force anything. These guys are slowly choking out starving the blue team. Jacob finally landing level 13. Feels good at this stage of the game. He's making good progress with the experience that he's got. Dakota coming in behind Jacob. Jacob's aware. Decides to run it up top lane. Lands the slow. Ultimate out from Lucian. Ultimate from Kale. With the ultimate from Angel. Angel comes in and makes his presence known. Dakota did get the kill onto Jacob, but not without some casualties in return. Looks like Nick was caught in a situation. This is not what the blue team wanted. This is exactly what the red team wanted in order to make a clear and decisive victory. Flash, ult, kick, back into the rest of the team. Brian does the best he can to get himself onto the closest to his turret to try to get out of dodge. It's not enough. That was a major falter there, as 3 of the blue team's players have now dug themselves into the ground, and the red team is just pushing topside. Baron is now gone, but that has nothing to do because they know Dragon and their soul is ready to collect. Actually, that's not even soul. That's 3 dragons, man. We got a couple more dragons to go, but they know they got to line it up. Blue team, with that comment, sounds like they're hoping they can get a special turnaround here with maybe some 1v5 limit testing. But we know how that works out. Lulu says, hey, Angel, wait a second, dude. You sure you want to leave that dragon? Oh, that is the Cloud Soul. It is 4. Jeez, we on some crackhead shit tonight. The red team takes the Cloud Soul and starts to push down mid lane. I don't know why they're not just ending it. They are just playing with their food at this point. Epic Mo trying to kite back some unsuspecting character. Red team's got waves pushing bot, top, and mid. This is a great position to be in for the red team. They just have to end it. Braxton saying, we just need to secure our victory. Let's make sure all waves are pushing. You guys got this mid. The wave clear now that Jacob's leveled up is got... I mean, this is just epic between the Victor and the Kale. They've got to respond to Braxton, who's 9-1 top lane. This guy can 1v while red team continues to push in mid lane. They are split, and they do not know what they need to do as they just shove waves after waves. Ultimate out from Leona. Brand putting out some damage. Lee Sin coming in, taking care of Brian. Ultimate from... That Malphite ult, did Nick just dodge that ultimate? Is that what I saw? We need the replay on that one as the inhibitor deck goes down. Flash out from Nick. Nice ultimate from Angel. Manages to hit all 5 of them, but it's not enough to change the tide of this game. This game has been decided. It is in the fates. The blue team is going down. The red team is taking the victory tonight on the very first game, the Silver League in-house 5v5s. They're being backed into the turret. Wait a second. That was a huge shutdown for Nick. Flash out from Lulu. What a change. Brandol going out. Huge pop as Lee Sin goes down. This game can't be called yet. The blue team showing some spirit. Red team showing some desperation. Ready to give up their shutdown gold. That's another huge shutdown of 500 gold going out to the ADC. So that's both the mid laner collecting 700 gold on top of their kill, and the bot ADC grabbing another 500 gold shutdown. That's almost 1,200 gold plus of shutdown gold just secured by the blue team. It's exactly what you want to see on a scaling champion. Now the red team's in good position here to get the Baron. So that's why exactly the blue team is trying to get as much vision cleared out on their way to Baron as they can. Responding to the clear division, Dakota, Epic Mo. No vision was left behind by the blue team. The red team made sure of that. And they're going to go ahead and go in. They said, fuck it, we're going to go ahead and go in. They're pushing for this Baron. This is what they need in order to end the game. I'm sure at this point it's now less about, hey, okay, less limit testing, and let's just put these guys in the dirt. Massive damage from just 3 champions as the Baron goes down. We got resets. And they're going to push the top lane. Inhib in mid is already down. That's a great call by whoever made that call. Barkley, however, saying, nah, I'll walk these guys in. I'm on a Rambo mission to just fuck up this whole entire thing. Looks like Dakota's still farming for maybe some items or something. Isn't really pushing a lane. Topside, they're trying to get this game done. Barkley's going to meet him on that side of the map, and they're going to push in the topside inhibitor turret. This could well be the final fight of the game. And it's going to be a 4v5. They're just letting the Baron enhanced minions push into the turret. That's a 2-man stun, 4-man slow from the Leona, but it's not enough to do anything, just to keep him back. Dakota's making his way down mid lane. Q lands from Lee Sin. That's a massive amount of damage from the Brand. As Dakota makes his way downtown, now we still have an ult from this Malphite. He can come in and land the pain on any one of these guys when he gets the perfect position. They're deciding to hold on and wait for Dakota. Dakota pushing down mid lane, adding pressure. These guys have to decide whether or not they're going to hold this top inhibitor turret or if they're going to try to keep their Nexus turret from dropping. Some massive damage from the Victor goes out. Flash, Brand, ultimate from Dakota coming out as Angel's forced to go away. Ultimate from Malphite in with the Lee Sin backing it out, and Nick goes down. There is a lot across the map, but all you need to know is that the blue team has packed up their bags. They're moving out of the hotel and taking it home on this game. GG, both the red team and blue team, as the red team has come out victorious. They are showing no mercy as they are pushing into the Allies inhibitor. Celebrations all around. Convincing win, playing the early game champions to secure and to show that you can't ban out just all my champs. I'll come at you hard with something else. We'll catch you on game 2. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night.